Now, this is Grant Kukoff. I'm the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, we're here at Occupy Wall Street. This movement has been going all throughout the galaxy, and we're at one of their interplanetary settlements. Now, I'm here talking to some of the other journalists about this. Now, I notice you more or less have been here for a little while. What do you think of the current protest and the other journalists around here?
Well, I think everyone that has a camera and a microphone should be out here trying to get the voice of the people so that there be no misconceptions about what Occupy Wall Street is about across this nation. We're here in LA to take on that task of finding out what the consensus is. And I understand he's standing here as the predatory lender, the evil bank lender, if you will, in this horrible mask. Very close to Halloween, so we're giving him a pass here. Tell me what your whole outfit represents.
Well, the founder of the show, Brian McKeon, was a Wall Street day trader before 2001, 9/11. And our founder of the show, after 9/11, went to Iraq, served his time, and when he was in the hospital, he saw that the #1 Halloween costume for 2008 was the predatory lender. So Wall Streeters saying, hey, what am I doing with my life? I want to give back. And he started this show, The Predatory Lender, as a way to give back and teach people about investing. And he's been doing stories about the various issues throughout the galaxy, like the S&P downgrade of America, the Libyan crisis, the earthquake in Japan, the SEC porno scandal.
Right.
All these various issues. And right now, the #1 issue on Wall Street is Occupy Wall Street. So we're here on this planet talking to the beings throughout the galaxy about this. And since you're one of the other reporters, I found it interesting to talk to you, find out what are you finding with the various people you're interviewing about this thing throughout the galaxy.
Well, it seems that everyone has the same agenda, equally distributing wealth across this nation, and making it so that the 1% grows to a larger percentage that will represent the masses, and also to dispel some of the myths about Occupy Wall Street. This is a peaceful protest, and if I like to refer back to Libya and when the kids were rioting over there because they would come here to America and abroad to study and go home and push a hot dog cart. Well, that's not so far-fetched from the reality that we're living here in America. They're pushing everyone to get a degree, and then there's no jobs. Healthcare is a mess. I mean, there are a lot of issues, and a lot of people here represent a lot of issues, just as there are a lot of people here who represent a lot of age groups, and they all have different needs, and they're here to address these issues. If you can do me a favor, and we can take off the predatory mask for today. No, do you mind?
I gotta do my camouflage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got
you
my
have to
cloaking
transform.
device. My cloaking device is ready.
All right, you ready?
Okay, here's the cloaking device going.
Good. Okay, now we can probably hear you a little bit better, too.
Okay, so now that I got my human suit on.
There you go. What does it represent for you? How does this affect you?
Like I said, I was a day trader. I still trade. I had some S&P options this morning, and the interesting story that I'll probably be doing in the next couple of days is with Obama. When he wants to pull the troops out of Iraq, he did the press conference today, and it was like, sure, we want him to pull troops out, but he didn't take any questions. And when he walked out of that press conference, the market started to fall roughly 100 points and lose about half the day's gains because he wouldn't take questions. And the market eventually rallied back, and we ended on the highs of the day. But why shouldn't we be able to ask Obama, if you're pulling troops out of Iraq, aren't you worried about Iran possibly invading them next year? So that's the story I'll be looking to do in the future. If we pull the troops out of Iraq, are we setting ourselves up for Iran to possibly invade?
Yeah, that's a subject that we'll never be able to answer, unfortunately, because
until it happens or doesn't happen.
If it happens. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists that are talking about 9/11, and of course, the fact that we were over there is so that they would not come here is what you're alluding to. And I don't want to say that I kind of agree with some of the theories that are out there, but that subject, I personally think that we should have been here protesting and raising our voices when our previous president was making a fool out of us. as Americans. I think we should have been doing this a long time ago. That we would, and if we'd done that, maybe we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in now in terms of needing to protest, for economic equality.
Well, one of the questions they say is the best time to invest is when there's blood in the streets, and we've seen some violence, not too much here, and we're starting to see a major rally in the U.S. markets. Do you think with all this protest and all this, it's not quite violent in this country,